I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter if you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you are black or white. It doesn't even matter if you're dark-skinned or light-skinned. It doesn't matter whether you like me, my YouTube videos, or what I stand for. It doesn't matter if you my family, friends, or my proclaimed enemies. I greet all of you all with the same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Today happened to be Wednesday, October the 6th, 2019. The time being about 8:49 a.m. A wonderful morning. Look at the trucks. One there heading northbound on I-57 or Interstate 57 headed towards Cairo will be the, a couple of exits before, one exit before Cairo, but Cairo, Illinois will be the next state that they'll go over about 15 miles away. Here go one truck heading southbound on I-57. He can get off at the next exit, would he be right here in Charleston, Missouri? Or he can go home down about 10 miles, 7 or 8 miles, Burt train, and then from there he'll get to I-55, and I-55 will be St. Louis North, and I-55 South will be Memphis, Tennessee. But I just want to show y'all, you see how the geese, some people don't understand it, but you see how they got me surrounded? They know the enemy don't like me. They know the enemy don't like when I try to wake up those of us that's asleep. You know, black folks, we have to wake up, and like I said again, for those that don't know, I don't advocate violence, nor do I encourage hate. All I'm trying to do is wake up my people. That's what God sent Moses to tell Pharaoh to let his people go. You see, some people look at Pharaoh as being just a person that's white. But all white folks is not Pharaoh. You got some black pharaohs. You got them in the schoolhouse. You got them in the police department. You got them in the sheriff department. Nationwide. You got them in the city halls, courthouses, if I hadn't said it. You got them in the black churches. You got them in these black organizations that getting this government grant money. That could have been the worstest thing black leaders could do, is start getting government grant money, being told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Not saying all of them is doing it, but it's going on. And I want y'all to take a look around. You see how these geese is living in harmony? Once upon a time, we were living in harmony. We were living in harmony over in Africa before 1619, I meant. I was thinking about Christopher Columbus when he came over here and messed this country up in 1492, and they have the audacity to celebrate his name or his birthday, or when they said he discovered something that was already here. We believe too much stuff. How could you discover something that was already here? People was here already, living in harmony. We were living in harmony in Africa. Again, I want to reiterate, because some people, when you being black and you see how some blacks is being misused, and some blacks is taking a part of this misuse, people tend to say you are a radical, a troublemaker. You see what I'm saying? But you got to look at the fact, when you being black and you experience the injustice and you see it every day, then if you are not a coward, a sellout, then you gonna speak up about it, whether it's underground or out in the open. We need more people speaking up out in the open. I'm speaking up out in the open. But I just want to say this again. I don't advocate violence, nor do I encourage hate. I am a human being, an ambassador sent by God, called and sent by God. Signed, sealed, stamped, and delivered to this den, to this unjust city of Charleston, Missouri. That's not saying everybody here is unjust. But I want to encourage y'all again to watch these 3 movies that I told y'all. Black folk, watch these 3 movies. Anybody else in the any other nationality, watch these 3 movies that I'm talking about. If you stand for justice and you can't identify white supremacists and sellout blacks, you'll be able to identify them now. The first movie is Black and Blue. The other movie is Street Floor. The other movie is Harriet. And there's plenty of other movies that you can watch, but watch them 3 movies and pay close attention. If you're asleep, you should wake up. Now, let me give you a heads up now. There are leaders, black leaders, that you don't want to follow behind. You don't want to follow behind a passive leader, because they are passive. And if you look at these movies, they are passive, and they're gonna have a justification for every wrong that white supremacist does to you. You see, that passive individual gonna say, when the slave owner is sick, he gonna say, "We sick, master." No, you ain't sick. Medically, you ain't sick. You sick mentally. You see what I'm saying? Then you gonna have this other type of leader that you call, these is people that's a threat to the black movement, threat to the black people. They don't care about the black on black crime. They don't care about drugs being in our community. They don't care about us being misused in the courtroom, shot down by police or law enforcement officials nationwide. They don't care about this here. That other person is just a straight up sellout. You see, him or her, their family and friends is getting everything that they want, so they don't care about what happens to us as a people. All you got to do, I see it in my town. All these people that's running these programs and that's connected in their circle, from the judges on down to some of these black businesses. And if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. Look how good they families is doing. Putting extension on their houses, when some of us in the community, I ain't gonna say me, but some of us in the community barely have food to eat. But listen here. All you got to do is just keep your eyes open. Keep on praying, because God gonna reveal them to you. Now, that other one you got to look out for is that white supremacist. You see, you can tell all of this passive, this sellout black, and this white supremacist. You can tell them by the fruit they bear. They'll give 2 or 3 of us some jobs and say, "Well, I done hired some blacks." But you pay attention to the blacks that they done hired. You see what I'm saying? If they stand silent when injustices is happening, then you better watch out. You see, I ain't got to watch out for these geese. I feel more safe. I can move me and my family, my daughters and my daddy right here. And wouldn't even have to sleep in the inside of the truck. And I feel more comfortable than I do around these leaders here in Charleston, Missouri. Now, it's not just happening in Charleston, Missouri. It's happening nationwide, y'all. All you got to do is just take a look around. Ask yourself, why is just certain black people, family, when they get in trouble, they can shoot and kill somebody and they coming right back out? And when here's Raymond Lewis Ivy video somebody that's in the circle of the passive, the sellout in the white supremacists, then he get 2 years supervised probation. Think about that, y'all. Just think about it. I'm gonna leave for right now, y'all. I just try to give a message every time I can while I still have breath in these lungs. While this heart still is able to beat to make this blood circulate from the feet to the brain. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. I thank God for these 61 plus years. Let me tell y'all something before I leave. To show you how Satan works, I got over 500 YouTube videos. And here's somebody today, I'm not going to even mention the name because it probably ain't even a real name. They picked one of my YouTube videos I put up March the 15th of 2016 when some of the black workers at McDonald's told me about this white manager was misusing them and firing them for no reason at all. Most of them had been there for 5-10 years and they was making good money, well, making a nice piece of money and should have been making more. But this white supervisor or manager came in, firing them, and nobody complained. They told the NAACP, they told these people that call themselves helping people that's being misused in Charleston, Missouri. None of them spoke up. But look at my YouTube video. It's called Charleston, Missouri Activists Speak Up for Fired Black Workers at McDonald's. Look it up. And then look at this last comment. This person said on there, said that protest, poor people can't protest. They got to eat. It's useless. It's useless for them to protest. Now, who would say something like that? It's useless for poor people to protest. If we didn't protest during slavery, do you think Harriet Tubman would have became the Underground Railroad conductor? They said it's useless. A person that would say something like that is a passive black, a sellout black, or a white supremacist. One of the three. That's what they want y'all to think. A poor person is useless for a poor person to protest. You see, number one, you can tell it's a passive, a sellout black, or a racist white because all I said in the thing, I was speaking up for black workers at McDonald's that was getting fired by a racist white manager. So automatic, this person feel that these black people is poor people. Whether they was poor or not, but they wasn't poor because they had a job. But if they was poor, he or she is classifying them as poor people because they black. That's what they want y'all to think. Look at more security coming in. Warning come before destruction. Look at my security coming in, y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with this here. Poor or not, don't be no passive, don't be no sellout, and don't be afraid of them white supremacists because God can shut them down. Peace be still.